Hi guys, thank you so much for clicking onto this video. I apologize that I haven't really prioritized putting out a video this week. I'm actually going back to school starting very soon, so that is extremely exciting. I'm actually kind of nervous. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm very nervous. I'm going to be in school for like at least the next 6 years, which is crazy to me. So I figured I would do a video that I don't really need to do a lot of effort for. Not that this is no effort involved at all, but we are actually going to do a tier list. I figured it would be a lot of fun to do a tier list on the current women's main roster. And this is of course strictly my opinion. If I have an opinion that you happen to disagree with, I think that's perfectly fine, and the world will continue to go on. So our tiers are Goddess, Superstar, Mid, Not My Fave, and Release Immediately. We'll see who, like, my criteria for this, again, is like extremely subjective. This is based upon purely my own opinion, my own interpretation. All of the women that will be featured here are incredibly talented, and they do things all the time that I could never fathom doing myself. So it's no shade to anyone at all. Like I said, purely my opinion. We'll start with Alba Fyre. Alba Fyre, I can never remember if she's British or Scottish. I'm fairly certain that she is Scottish. She does really well in like the Halloween special episodes, so I do love that. But other than that, I don't really see her a lot and don't really know a ton about her, so therefore she's going in Not My Fave. Asuka. Asuka is certified superstar. I think she is so fun. She's so crazy. She's got amazing energy. She definitely like reminds me a lot of Io Sky, like in how they kind of present themselves, just as being like incredibly aggressive and incredibly fearless. And I think that comes across really, really well in her wrestling style in particular. And I love it whenever Asuka comes up. I love an excuse to talk about Asuka. Becky Lynch. Okay, this one, don't come for me. Don't come for me. Don't come for me. Don't come for me. I'm gonna put her in mid. I'm sorry. Becky Lynch is mid to me. I know she's part of the original Four Horsewomen, and I am gonna talk about her eventually, but like, I'm sorry. It's just like, I don't get it. I don't get why everyone loves Becky Lynch so much. Maybe it's because I haven't seen enough of her matches. Like, I've been steadily watching Raw over like the last year or so, and I feel like she's been on maternity leave for the whole last year, so that's probably why I don't know a ton about her. That's okay. Like I said, this is my opinion. Don't come for me. I'm a little bit scared now. Dakota Kai. Okay, Dakota Kai. I used to really not like Dakota Kai. In fact, actually, we are going to create a new tier. There has to be a new tier, add a row above. We're gonna add a row above. And we're going to call this one Power Ranger. And I'll explain what I mean here in just a second. We're gonna put this as blue. I have to explain something in order for this to make sense. I like to call certain wrestlers, and it doesn't matter if they're male or female, and it has nothing to do with like if they're good at wrestling or they're bad at wrestling or anything like that. But there are just some wrestlers who I feel like they have no gimmick, they have no character, and that's fine. Like that's okay. That's definitely an approach to the method. But to me, it's just like there's nothing really special about them to me. And like I said, it's not an indictment or like a judgment on who they are as people or their abilities in ring or anything like that. But literally, I feel like these are people who just put on the gear and they go out and wrestle, and that's it. There's nothing else to them. And Dakota Kai is unfortunately going to be the first member of the Power Ranger tier. So it is what it is. All right. Isladon. I got her confused the other day with Izzy Dame. Isladon, she's another one of those like UK people, and I've actually seen her quite a bit because we've been watching NXT UK, and I don't hate it, but I also don't get it. So like, I think she is definitely not my fave. Not my fave. All right. Ivy Nile. Ivy Nile is crazy, dude. I think she is insane. She's so strong. She's so tough looking. Like, that is nuts. I appreciate her dedication. Like, I feel like she definitely has a character, and it's intimidating, scary ass bitch. Okay? It's incredible. I love the tight braids. I love everything about her characterization. I love how, like, she literally she has such a demanding in-ring presence and on-screen presence just when they're doing promos with American Made and everything. So I feel like she is going in our superstar. We're gonna put Ivy Nile in superstar. Io Sky. I love Io Sky. She used to be called Io Shirai when she was in NXT, and then they actually made her change her name. They made her change her own name so that it would be easier for people to pronounce. I'm assuming maybe easier for merchandise or something, but she actually came over from not Stardom, but the other one that the guy who started Stardom made after they found out that he was creepy. I don't know. My producer told me that story, and I'm just retelling it very badly back to you. But Io Sky is absolutely, I think, she is definitely on my list of like favorite top 10s, and I think she makes the perfect first member of the goddess tier. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. Kyrie. Okay, Kyrie. I know that she is in the Damage Control stable right now, but unfortunately have not seen a ton of her stuff. But from what I have seen, she is also very good. She's very talented, all that good stuff. So I think we're just gonna put her in not my faves. Like, I just kind of whatever. I feel like I'm getting a little bit confused because like not my fave I feel like is better than mid for sure, because I can't really make a judgment on that. So not my fave. Alrighty, Katana Chance and I are actually the same height, and I think that's kind of fun. I love that she does like the little speed wrestling. I actually saw her in a dark match when we went to go see Monday Night Raw a couple weeks before they made the Netflix debut. So I do like her. I hope they find something better for her to do, because right now, I'm so sorry, hun, but it's Power Ranger. It's giving Power Ranger. Kaden Carter, I really don't know a ton about. I know that she is in a tag team with Katana Chance. We actually just sold a auto in one of her autos, so that was pretty cool. But other than that, I just don't really know a ton about her. I know that she's dating Damian Priest. Ooh, that's cute. But other than that, I really don't know. So hopefully in the future we get a chance to explore her body of work. But for today, she is not my fave. Kiana James. Kiana, what do you say about Kiana James? Liv Morgan. You know, I used to really not like Liv Morgan, and I think I wasn't really supposed to like Liv Morgan. I've always been a Rhea Ripley fan, even before I really started watching wrestling like that. Like, I knew who Rhea Ripley was, and I knew that she was very good, and so she definitely has a reputation that precedes her. And so when I started watching that whole Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan story arc that everyone's pretty tired of at this point, I just really got a distaste for her. And I feel like I didn't really want to honestly engage with her for the performer that she is, but I do think she's one of the stronger characters on the Raw roster right now. I feel like she's got a very defined character. She's got a very defined story arc. They obviously put a lot of effort into her character development, and I do love that. And I love that her and Rhea Ripley had like a long history. It wasn't just like out of the blue, out of nowhere that they started like butting heads or anything like that. So for that reason, I am putting Liv Morgan in superstar. think she is definitely cemented superstar status. All right. Lyra Valkyria. Woo! I think Lyra seems like such a genuine, sweet person, like in shoot. Like she just seems like she'd be a really nice person. So I do love her for that, and I do root for her for that because she does seem definitely like an underdog. I think this is her first year on the main roster, and she's doing very well. She's actually just given the first women's Intercontinental Championship title, which is very significant, obviously. She's a part of WWE history now and forever. So I do love that. I think she's definitely got something about her. She's certainly not a Power Ranger. She's certainly not mid, but I don't know that she's like fully superstar yet. I guess we could give her superstar. We'll give her superstar. We'll give it to her. We'll give her flowers. All right, Maxine Dupree. Hold on, just a second. So Maxine Dupree, I think she's actually not, she may be a wrestler, maybe she wrestles sometimes, but I think she's mostly a valet, which is kind of fun. You know, I love that. I don't really see a ton of valets so much anymore, so I do love that she's keeping that tradition alive. She is going in, we're just gonna put her in mid. I don't know. This is not good, not bad. It's fine. Whatever it is. Natalya. So, I mean, we obviously share the same namesake, so on that basis alone, she's going, no, I'm just kidding. Natalya. I think Natalya is probably one of the hardest working women that the WWE has ever employed. I think she, if I'm not wrong, I'm pretty sure she's appeared in the most matches out of anyone, like man or woman, in the WWE roster. Like, she's appeared in more matches, and that's because she is so good at putting over young talent. She is so willing to help someone shine, and she looks so good doing it. And I mean, she's been in the business for a long time, and she just keeps going. She just keeps working at it, and she, like I said, she elevates everyone that she has a match with. So we are putting her in superstar. Raquel Rodriguez. I have, you know, I don't really know a lot about Raquel Rodriguez other than like her current story arc with Liv Morgan. Yeah, so I think, you know, she can go in not my fave. She's definitely very talented. I love watching her and Rhea Ripley during Survivor Series. I feel like that was a really, like, they had really good in-ring chemistry. So we'll just put her not my fave, because, like, I don't know what else to say really about that. Rhea Ripley, there's no question about it. No question about it. No question about it. We're going in goddess tier. Goddess tier. No questions asked. Don't ask me any questions. If you disagree, argue with a wall. Go upstairs and argue with your mother. Scarlet. Hold on. Who is Scarlet? Honestly, I don't know. So we are just gonna say not my fave, because I have no idea. If she's been around, it has not been recently. And if I'm wrong about that, I apologize. All right. Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler is kind of a unique case. I feel like in the Divas era, they would have labeled her as like somewhat of an anti-diva, and it's just because she's not like extremely overtly feminine in her presentation. But that's like what I like about her. I feel like she's a little bit different. I feel like she's a little bit different. She's definitely a wrestler-ass wrestler. Like, she's a scary bitch. So we are gonna put Shayna Baszler in... I don't know if I would call Shayna Baszler a superstar, though. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know that she's a superstar, but I do really like her. So maybe there needs to be, I don't know, is she mid? Is Shayna Baszler mid? I don't think she's mid, because I think she's a good wrestler. but I just don't know where to appropriately put her because it feels like too strong to say that she's a superstar. So maybe we need another tier where it's just where we, let's see, we'll go good wrestler. Alrighty, so Shayna Baszler is our first member of the good tier. Well, now that I have the good tier, do I want to make some changes? I think I would like to put Raquel Rodriguez in the good tier, and I would like to put Kyrie in the good tier. Okay. All right, moving on. Sonia DeVille. Sonia DeVille, I think, is so intimidating. She's really good in ring. I really like everything about her presentation. I love everything about her Fire and Desire run with Mandy Rose. So I think we're gonna put Sonia in good. We're gonna put her in good. Selena Vega. Selena Vega, release immediately. Release immediately. What reason do I have for that? I don't even really know. I just don't get it. I guess I don't understand the obsession with Zelina Vega, and I'm pretty sure she was in some hot water recently over not appropriately crediting the people who make her outfits, or maybe she was like not paying them. It might have been as serious as she wasn't paying them. So I don't know. But all I can say is that I've never ever enjoyed watching her on screen or in any match, so release immediately. Zoe Stark. Zoe Stark is another one of those wrestlers who I feel like gets a lot of flack from fans, mostly men, mostly a certain kind of man who doesn't feel like Zoe Stark appropriately fits their perspective of what a woman should look like, but she is an incredible wrestler. I feel like she is so good. So we are just gonna put her in good, and I feel good about doing that. Okay, so now we are on the women's SmackDown roster. And right off the bat, we have Bayley. And I think Bayley is definitely, to me, not goddess tier. Maybe that's controversial. I think she's a really incredible wrestler, so I am going to put her in superstar. There's no doubt in my mind that she's a superstar. But I sort of don't get her, I don't get her gimmick. I know what her gimmick used to be, but I don't know, like, I don't get it now. So I'm not fully sure what the character is supposed to be anymore, but I think she's amazing. And she's a part of so many historical moments for women in the WWE, so I think that has solidified her superstar status. Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair, I can definitely say Bianca Belair is a goddess tier in my opinion, because she just is everything. You know, she's got the character, she's got the crowd work, she's got the look, she's got the skills, like the athleticism, everything. I think Bianca Belair is amazing, and that I don't know that she's ever gonna have a heel turn, but I would love to see what that looks like for her, because I think everything about her is so well suited to babyface, but you know, let's give her, something else to work with, maybe. I don't know. And also, I used to think that she just, like, always wore her hair in the long braid, and I was like, oh my god, that's probably kind of annoying sometimes. But I've seen her wear other hair, so I think that's good. I'm glad that they let her do that they let her change it up and express herself in that way, too. So I do love Bianca Belair. Blair Davenport. I don't really know that much about Blair, but I never see anybody talk about her. I have literally never heard anything about her. We are just gonna put her in Not My Fave and move on, because I don't know anything. Candice LeRae. Candice LeRae. I know Candice LeRae is supposed to have a gimmick. She's supposed to be like a poison pixie. I don't know. I've never gotten that from her in any way. But it's an attempt, right? It's something. That's definitely something. So I think we can say that she's just mid to me right now. She's just kind of in between. Need to see something more, need to get more from her in order to make a better judgment. And now we're on to Charlotte Flair. And Charlotte Flair is, yes, one of the 4 original horsewomen that ushered in that women's revolution. But to be honest with you, and I know you guys are gonna hate me for that. You're gonna hate me for this. I don't like Charlotte Flair. I can't even like fully commit to saying it. I don't like her. I just don't. I'm sorry. I don't know why. I think maybe it's because of like the whole nepotism thing, but you could say that about so many other people on the roster. Like a lot of wrestlers come from families of professional wrestlers and they just continue on their family legacy. So it's not really a reason to dislike her, but I feel like that can't be your gimmick. I'm looking at you, Cody Rhodes. It can't be your gimmick that your daddy was a famous wrestler. I'm so sorry. So for that reason, I am putting Charlotte Flair in Power Ranger. And she's gonna stay there. Okay, Chelsea Green. I like Chelsea Green, but I mean, I don't know that I love Chelsea Green, but I do get why people like her. I think she is she's working a gimmick. She's definitely doing something, but to me, it comes across a very millennial cringe. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't, like, I graduated high school in 2006 kind of vibes. Like, that's what it feels like to me. And I maybe don't fully appreciate it. maybe I need to do a deep dive on Chelsea Green to like fully appreciate it, but at this point in time, I am putting her in not my fave. She's a good wrestler. She's just not my favorite. Okay, who do we have next? Elektra Lopez. Not super familiar with Elektra at this point in time, so we're just gonna put not my fave because I cannot make a judgment call. Jade Cargill. So Jade Cargill came over from AEW, and she's been absolutely slaying, and I think we can put her in good. And you know what? They better find out who hit her with that car. They better find out. They better find out. Michin. I actually really like Michin. I am gonna put her in good as well. I think she's really fun to watch in ring. She's been having some matches with Chelsea Green on SmackDown, and I just think she's like got a lot of good energy. Really chaotic energy in the ring, and one of her moves is called the long back attack or something like that, like in reference to the fact that she doesn't have any ass, and as someone who also doesn't really have an ass, I do have to appreciate that body positive representation. Okay, Naomi, there's no question in my mind that Naomi is goddess status to me. She is definitely in my fave top 10. I love Naomi. I think she's just so much fun. She's just so much fun to watch. Like everything from her entrance to her moves to her outfits to her hair to everything about Naomi is so much fun to watch. And there is an incredible clip. I'll have to go back and find it. Incredible clip of her just absolutely demolishing Cody Rhodes during a segment that they did. One of their like particularly sexist segments. So I'm really glad that there is some footage out there of her putting that man in his place. I do love that. So yeah, Naomi, goddess status. Okay, Nia Jax. Nia Jax, I think, is she's superstar. She's amazing as a heel. I literally cannot picture her as a face ever. Like, I think she's one of those wrestlers who will always be known as a heel. I don't know if she's ever been a face at all in the course of her career, but it just does not seem like within the realm of possibility, because last night she showed up on Netflix and it was like everyone instantaneously like started booing her in unison. It was crazy. So I think she is so good as a heel that I can't see her in any other way, which I think is really good commitment to the character. All right, Piper Niven. You know, Piper Niven, we're just gonna say mid, you know? Not really good, not really bad. That's all I really have to say there. Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton, we definitely have to put in Superstar. She is the new SmackDown Women's Champion, so put some respect on her mother-loving name. It's mother-loving Tiffy time. Okay, that was everyone on the main roster. That's everyone on the main roster. And we're gonna save the people on NXT because I'm getting 2 videos out of this. So let me go ahead and make this nice and big. All right, so this is my tier list as it stands. We have in Release Immediately, Selena Vega as the one and only Release Immediately. Ooh. God damn. Like, honestly, I didn't even know I was a hater like that. Okay. In Power Ranger tier, we have Dakota Kai, Katana Chance, Kiana James, and Charlotte Flair. In mid, we have Becky Lynch, Maxine Dupree, Candice LeRae, and Piper Niven. In Not My Fave, we have Alba Fire, Isla Dawn, Kaden Carter, Scarlet, Blair Davenport, Chelsea Green, and Elektra Lopez. In good, we have Shayna Baszler, Raquel Rodriguez, Raquel, I'm Mexican too, god damn it. In good, we have Shayna Baszler, Raquel Rodriguez, Kairi Sane, Sonia Deville, Zoe Stark, Jade Cargill, and Michin. In Superstar, we have Asuka, Ivy Nile, Liv Morgan, Lyra Valkyria, Natalya, Bayley, Nia Jax, and Tiffany Stratton. And in Goddess tier, we have Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, and Naomi. That is my tier list. Remember, this is all just my opinion. Let me know how you would have ranked everyone. Who is Goddess tier in your eyes? And who would you like to see be released immediately? I'm more curious about that one, to be honest. If you like this video, then feel free to leave it a like. And if you like me, then you can subscribe. And don't forget to comment down below telling me the things that are in your mind. And as always, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful, amazing rest of your day. Bye!